everyone, welcome back. Today's been a bad day and it is just past noon. Was waking up on my own without the alarm or anything this morning. I was kind of like, I felt like I was dreaming, but I wasn't. It was like I was being guided, if you want to say guided. My thoughts were telling myself, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I was telling myself to focus on my breathing. When I tend to have anxiety personally, it feels like something is crushing my chest. Like I can exhale, but not inhale. And I struggle with that when I have anxiety. And so it was like my inner self was saying, just be gentle, something like that, and breathe. You'll be fine. Just breathe and go slow. Calm yourself and breathe slow. And then I started waking up fully, and I'll be damned, I was in full force anxiety mode. I turned off my first alarm knowing it was fixing to go off, and I'm laying there doing self-talk and just saying, you're going to be fine. Just inhale and exhale. There's nothing crushing you. Just take your time. And every time I'd open my eyes, I felt like it was tripled. And then I knew there's no way I can go to work. My anxiety doesn't last 5 minutes and it's gone. Sometimes it lasts all day long. I kid you not. And so to be safe, I called in and took PTO today. My job entails a buttload of thinking, problem solving, multitasking. It's not repetitive like my other position where you do the same thing repetitively. You know, me and my words. And so I called in, I texted in actually, told him that I was having anxiety and he wanted to know if I was just going to take a full day or half day or whatever. And I said full day. And I had to, just in case. This was at 6 something this morning. It's 12:17 right now. I don't know what else is going on with my body. I barely eat, being on the Zepbound injection. I am holding at 15 pounds lost. I'm not moving any further just yet, but my body does not feel right. It feels like there's something off with my body. Don't know what it is. I had to pee really bad, so I put foundation and mascara on, and that's it. And having taken a shower yesterday, I went to sleep with wet hair. I don't go anywhere with crazy hair because it looks like dry hay. And when I straighten it, it looks so different. And so sleeping at Walmart, I knew the bathroom wasn't far away. So I did what I could, rocking back and forth, full-blown anxiety. I had to go pee really bad. I was hurting. I got dressed first, of course, and I wasn't in a hurry, but I wasn't trying to make any aggressive moves at all, like going fast or being rough. You know how you're getting your pants on immediately and as fast as possible. I could not do that. I had to do things slowly and taking lots of breaks because I had to calm myself. I feel like, for example, I lay down to put my jeans on, and sometimes it's a struggle, not as bad as when I was heavier. And when I noticed my breathing started picking up, I would pause and calm myself down again. And that was a battle. But anyway, going to Walmart, I get Monster, and yes, I know I should not be drinking them. My body is addicted. Coffee, not so much anymore. It's like Monster every morning. Yes, I do know, and I'm fully aware that I should stop drinking Monster. And then I got turkey and cheese pinwheels, and I ate probably one of them. I gotta throw this out there for sure. Some people say that your stomach does not shrink. I'm here to tell you it does. And I've known that in the past, even before my weight loss surgery. If you go on a diet and you restrict your food intake, your stomach does shrink. Now, I'm not talking about if you're incredibly obese and you can eat 5 burgers and 2 large fries kind of thing, and you're going to diet for a month. Your stomach doesn't shrink that much in a month. It does start shrinking, but then your body and your mind will eventually start saying again, I want those 5 burgers. But I'm back to not eating much at all because my stomach has shrunk. Everything is tasting bad to me. I think when I'm done with this video, I'm going to pull over in a secluded spot, put a couple of my window coverings up, and I might take a nap just to see if my body can regulate back to normal mode. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I had to take a shower and stuff. And on the days I take a shower and or laundry, or I separate them different days, I'm usually trying to hurry up, get done so I can get in bed. It's not more of a fear thing. It's more of being cautious, oh my God, of knowing, hey, you're a chronic insomniac. You need to go to bed at 8. Wait for your sleeping pills to kick in, because if they don't, you're not going to sleep. So I try to go to bed before 8 if I can, but at least trying to go to sleep at 8. Last night was one of those nights. I vaguely remember the process of things. I don't know when I went to sleep. All I know is that I knew I wasn't going to sleep right away. I do remember unplugging my phone because I have to put it somewhere in the back where I can find it. Because when it falls in a slit somewhere, that usually means it drops to the floor. Because the middle area is 2 bucket seats and a console in the middle. And the very back seat is just one solid seat. So in the middle seat, if you drop something, you really have to find it. And I have blankets and sleeping bags and all kinds of stuff back there. I wanted to talk about a visit that I had not last night, the night before. And I was going to do this video yesterday on this, but like I said, things kind of rushed me. I'm trying to remember the process of it, so I had to reverse my mind and go back, and then I had to play it forward, back, and that usually gathers it all again for me. I don't know if everybody else thinks that way, but a medium tends to think that way to process things. It's our way, or my way, I should say, of gathering information, playing it out, going back, gathering, playing it out. And that's how my mediumship goes. I was asleep, of course. And I wake up to, well, let me back up a little bit more. I should say this first. You've heard me talk about pain in my right front hip. The front of the hip was new. And if I thought it was my oblique. And so that night when I went to bed, it was pretty painful. I know that my guides hear me when I'm thinking or when I'm being loud. And I don't remember, I think I was rolling over. And in doing that, sent a sharp burning pain in that area. And being in that type of quick, sharp pain, I gasped and I was like, oh shit, kind of thing, because it really hurt. It stung. And so I'm laying there on my right hip and I can't get comfortable, so I'm kind of leaning forward a little bit, leaning more back, forward, back, trying to get comfortable, and I really couldn't. The pain was there. And so I didn't even know if I asked my guides for help. I don't know, my Starfamily. But I woke up with vibrations on each hip, from the top of my hip bones down to maybe mid-thigh. Whatever they were doing, it took that right hip pain away. Not the whole entire hip, just that front part. And I haven't felt that pain since. But I fell back to sleep. And this part is funny, kind of, the way it happened. But I might play one part out of order. I don't remember which happened first. I was waking up to what felt like, you've seen people do it. They'll put their finger in their mouth to their cheek and they'll pop it out and it makes a pop sound. Somebody had stuck their finger in my mouth and did that. And I woke up to the finger coming out like that. And I remember I jumped and I kind of started coughing. And I looked up and I'm like, oh, okay, something is coming from the top of my truck. And I'm looking at it, and the top of my truck is black. You can see a little bit of it. And so what I saw coming from the roof of the truck was outlined in white, kind of. I couldn't tell where the head was. I couldn't see eyes or nothing, but it was coming out of two areas of my truck. It was like, let's just say this. The head and shoulder was coming through one spot, or what it looked like. And then maybe a part of a leg was coming out of another spot. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out, okay, what does this thing look, I shouldn't say thing. What is this looking like? You know, where's the head, etc., etc. And so I said out loud, can you hear me? And I'm looking for an acknowledgement or something. And I said, do you understand me? Nothing. And I'm like, okay, you know, are we back to square one again? And so I went to sleep. And I don't remember if this was before that or after, but I woke up to a man's voice saying something foreign, or it sounded foreign because it wasn't a word that I recognized. Something is telling me they were saying my name. On the spirit side, Elora is pronounced El-O-Ra. I want to say it sounded something like that. And when I heard it, I jumped vigorously. I mean, it was like somebody goosed me, and it scared me. I looked around. I don't remember seeing anything. If I did, I don't remember. And I think I went back to sleep. At some point of that night, this wasn't concerning a visit, or in a whole different aspect, actually. I woke up at some point, and I don't know if that voice alerted me to what I was seeing, or if it was coincidental. I don't know. But all of my windows have Reflectix covering on them. But the edges aren't fully covering the window. It's like a tiny little gap all the way around, except for the bottom. And it looked like I could see a man's shadow, like they were trying to peek in. And now keep in mind that when it's dark and all the coverings are on the windows, it's really black in the truck. It's really black. And I'm dressed. I have sweats on and a shirt. And my sleeping bag is black on the outside. So they couldn't see anything anyway. I don't know. The Walmart closes here weekdays 10, weekends 11. I don't know if it was after that. And I'm not even sure if there is a cop in the parking lot watching, because there's plants and gardenware and all that on the outside of the Walmart. But it really did look like a shadow of a man was trying to peek in. And this was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Not last night, the night before. So after my shower and such, I came out here and got my parking spot and realized that man that pulled beside my truck and waved at me vigorously like he knew me, or he was flirting, or I don't know. He wasn't there last night. So part of me is like, I wonder if that was him and he got caught and he's in jail. I don't know. But if he got put in jail, his truck would still be here. Or they had it towed. I don't know. My mind does weird things like that when I try to think of things. But anyway, he wasn't here last night, and I actually slept pretty good. I am actually parked at the Walmart where I do sleep. And you can't see much, but it is a very well-kept Walmart. The parking lot is enormous. I'm facing a little pond in front of me, and ducks are there. You can see a little bit of the parking lot thing right there. It's just so enormous that it never fills up. Maybe on Black Fridays, that time of year, I guess. I don't know. I don't like going to Black Fridays. I'm going to end this here. I wanted to tell you about that visit. I know if I don't write it down or do a video on it, I tend to forget bits and pieces. And I can almost guarantee you in a week or so, I will already have forgotten part of it. As I mentioned in the past, you know, I don't like writing. My hand hurts when I write a lot. So that's why I do these videos for myself. So guys, I love you tremendously. I'm going to end this here. I'm going to send you love, light, and peace. Bye.